Hello everyone and welcome to Carol's Kitchen for today. And today, what have I found in the fridge? I have found some aubergine that need using up. I love aubergine. I put aubergine in lots of different things. If you've not tried them before, this is an ideal opportunity. They're not expensive. There's a lot of them around in the shops. They don't keep for very long, probably maybe a week maximum in the fridge before they start going a bit funny. So it's a good opportunity to experiment with something a bit different. They're very mildly flavoured, but I love the texture as well. And so today what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap them around some halloumi cheese, which I also have in the fridge. Now, first of all, before I do that, these slices of aubergine have to be salted. So you just want to grind a little bit of salt. Where's my salt thing? just roughly over the top. Okay. And what that does is it brings out the excess water in the halloumi, in the aubergine, sorry. I was looking at the halloumi when I said that. So it brings out the excess water, and what that does is it helps with the cooking. So we don't want it all watery and mushy. We want it nice and clean. So this is now really wet because I've salted them on both sides and drained them. So now it's time to fry them off. Now what the piece of equipment I use is my George Foreman grill. Obviously there are lots of different other types of grill, but I use my George Foreman. I find this very versatile and wonderful in a small kitchen, and it cooks stuff really quickly. So for me, that's a real bonus. So I've already got two pieces under here, and you can see that they are already nicely griddled on both sides. Okay, so we want to cool those off slightly before we start rolling them. So I'm going to put two more pieces in there to get going. And what I do is I put a little bit of oil on each one, spread that out. Now, if these hadn't been salted, the oil would just soak in. But in this occasion, it just sits on the top. It just helps to get that griddled effect. So, what do we do? So the halloumi, this halloumi is made from goat and sheep milk. Very typical Greek cheese. And it's something that I love, it's something my daughter loves. And this has got herbs with it as well. Now, traditionally, yes, it is made that way. But because there aren't enough goats and sheep in the world to make enough halloumi for the demand currently in the Western world, you'll find that the cheaper versions of halloumi are made from cow's milk. So if you are cow's milk intolerant, I'm afraid you'll have to pay a little bit more and buy the more expensive versions of halloumi. That's the only difference between the two, is that one is made from cow's milk and one is made from goat or sheep milk, or a mixture of the two. So I am going to cut this in half down the middle and then chomp off some slices like this and put them here. Now I'm also going to add some pesto. It's one of my favourite things, pesto. If you haven't got any pesto, doesn't matter. But I love pesto, and it keeps for quite a long time in the fridge. Particularly if, when you've taken some out, you put a little layer of olive oil on the top. And it will keep much longer that way because the oil keeps out the air. So I'm just going to roll them up like that. So they look like that. And then I'm going to put them in a dish over here with all the other ones I've done. So now I've got all 10 slices of aubergine, all fried off and all filled with a slice of halloumi. 1 or 2 of them I've also put in a little piece of sun-dried tomato to give a little bit of a different flavour to that particular one. Those of you who have seen my recipe for lasagna, you will know that I had some tomato sauce left, which I put in the freezer. So today I'm getting it out and I'm pouring that over the top of these. Then all it requires is some cheese on the top and you pop it in the oven. Now all the ingredients are already cooked, so it is only a matter of browning the cheese. So again, you can use any cheese you like. I've got my trusty Parmesan out of the freezer, so I'm going to put a load of that over the top. Because that adds lots of flavour. You use less cheese when you're using Parmesan because it's stronger, much stronger flavour. And then I'm going to pop that in the oven and come back to you in a little while when it's all cooked. And here we are, here's the finished article. Here are the lovely, yummy, cheese-topped, cheese-filled rolls made from aubergine and lots of other yummy, yummy things. So let me know if you make this recipe, if you enjoy it, if you'd make some changes to it, and I'll see you the next time I come into Carol's kitchen.